Hello, everyone. It has actually taken quite a bit of time for a gutsy team like England to prove us wrong. How? We predicted that England is going to win against Sri Lanka today, 90-10 favoring England. But however, they proved us wrong, completely wrong. We were beaten. Nonetheless, let us examine what has gone wrong with England. They were champions. They won the 2019 World Cup and they were supposed to play the finals, perhaps with India or any other stronger side. But what has been going wrong? Do they really have a future in the tournament at all? Let us analyze. So let me start this discussion with Sachin. Sachin, I have a couple of questions for you. What
Yes,
has
Abhijit.
gone wrong with England? Why they are playing the way they are playing?
Well, in my view, England started off this tournament on a wrong note. If people who are following English cricket, they must have seen that after the first loss against New Zealand, Josh Butler was asked this question in press conference that are you going to change your approach because they lost wickets in a heap against New Zealand and lost. So his answer was no, we are going to play aggressive cricket. We are going to play aggressive brand of cricket. We are not going to change that. We are not going to change our approach. And that is what is costing them. They are playing brainless, aggressive cricket. Perhaps they are inspired by baseball and test cricket. Maybe because that aggressive brand of cricket in tests have yielded positive results, has yielded positive results for them. But this is one day cricket. This is India. This is not England. If you come here, you find wickets, slightly tricky wickets. You have to change your approach. The way other teams are doing, you just see. Even South Africa, I mean, one of those matches, they started off cautiously. I think during first 5 overs, they were about 15 for no loss. After they just launched an attack, outright attack. So you have to change your approach. In my view, England's approach is costing them.
Do you think they are underprepared for this World Cup? Ben Stokes was completely vanished for 1 or 2 years. Joe Root was brought in. And then one of the key players, though he was out of form, Jason Roy, is not even in the squad. Do you think these aspects are hurting England in this World Cup?
Absolutely. This happens with most of the teams, barring great Australian team. This has happened with most of the teams. Teams have this tendency when they win a World Cup, they have this tendency of sticking with the same set of players. Even you mentioned Jason Roy. There was a lot of debate about Jason Roy, whether they should bring Jason Roy to India or whether they should go with David Milan. I think going with David Milan makes sense. Why I say that? Because Jason Roy has done nothing of note since last World Cup. I'm telling you, he was completely out of form. बच्चा उनको out कर रहा था. He was not able to score. You know, he was finding it difficult to score to get into double digits because I've seen he was struggling big time. So that was the right decision. But this tendency of going with the same core, bringing Ben Stokes at the 11th hour was also that kind of decision. Doesn't make any sense. The person who has not played one-day cricket since last 2 years, you're bringing him, doesn't make any sense. So the bowling attack is also pedestrian, to say the least. We have been very vocal about this, you and I, that England's bowling is pathetic. Was proved once again. They were, although they got out for 150, the batting did not click. But still, look at the bowling. They are not looking threatening at all. So
Yeah.
the problem with England is that they wanted to stick to the same core, which was not, which they shouldn't have done. ठीक है, अगर आपने लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप जीता और आपके वो प्लेयर्स अब फॉर्म में नहीं है तो उनको ड्रॉप करो, नए प्लेयर्स के साथ आओ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? थोड़ी ना, अगर उन्होंने जीत लिया तो यू ओव इट टू देम कि भाई हाँ हम तो आपको ही लेके जाएंगे आपको ही खिलाएंगे चाहे आप कैसा भी कर रहे हो. So I think that has been their problem. They couldn't get over uh, that set of players.
So, and then we can more or less conclude that England's World Cup campaign is over. In fact, a couple of days ago, when we called the semi-finalists or the potential semi-finalists, England did not feature in that list when both of us called. However, how do you think England should approach the remainder of the games? And also, what do you think would be the future of England ODI cricket? If you have observed, most of the key players either have already retired and they are just here to play this World Cup. Say Ben Stokes is a classic example. Joe Root, we don't know whether he's going to play ODI cricket after this. So where would England go from here, and then what should be their approach in the remainder of the games?
Well, if I would have been England, then I will first of all I'll drop struggling Johnny Bairstow. He's struggling at the top, even if he's like the way he did today, even if he's spending some time at the crease, still he's not looking convincing. He's getting out. So I would bring Josh Butler at the top of the order. I think it's a no-brainer. Get him at the top of the order. Ask him to. He's the captain. Who is going to ask him? खुद ही करना पड़ेगा उनको. Just go bang bang. And that player is special. Josh Butler, we all know, is special. He can take the game away from the opposition. If he stays till 30th over, it's over for the opposition. the, just Joe Root is fine. Joe Root is getting out. Still, he's I think the best after Josh Butler is the best one-day batsman. They need to get rid of these, Moeen Ali's, Liam Livingstone. Liam Livingstone has done nothing of note in international cricket. You have to understand some people are made for franchise cricket. Let them play franchise cricket. They're not made. Liam Livingstone doesn't have one day game for one day cricket. Drop Liam Livingstone. Why are you so obsessed with these set of players? England has this tendency of make at least trying to make great players out of ordinary players. I've seen they're pretty gung ho about Liam Livingstone. They're pretty gung ho about Mark Wood, the fastest bowler in the world. He clocks at 154. That doesn't work in India. जितना तेज आते हो उतना तेज बैट से बाहर जाते हो आप. Simple.
Yeah.
So they need to overhaul. Since they're almost out, just overhaul your 11. Just give us. In any case, they are going to overhaul their one ODI team after this World Cup. Just start it right away. Just be ruthless. The way they were, I think, 8 years back, they completely overhauled their white ball cricket. Just be ruthless. Drop people who are not performing. Drop Moeen Ali. Stop this obsession with all rounders. It's not working for you. Won't work in India. The way India is doing, even New Zealand, if you see, New Zealand has historically been a team which utilizes bits and pieces sort of cricketers, but they are not doing that in India. Even Mitchell is not bowling in India. Only all-rounder they have, proper all-rounder, is Rachin Ravindra. Even Santner is batting lower down the order. He has done hardly anything of note as far as batting is concerned. So this World Cup doesn't belong to bits and pieces sort of cricketers. This World Cup belongs to specialist spin bowlers like Kuldeep Yadav, specialist fast bowlers who just Bumrahs and Shamis, or just the way the Topley came in and did well for them.
Yeah,
He was a specialist seamer. So just go for specialist players. Do not just they need to drop this obsession with bits and pieces cricketers. So England just need to overhaul. Just be ruthless. Just look at the next World Cup. So I think they need to. They are out. So उनको ruthless होना पड़ेगा. अपना वो ना 4 साल पहला वो जीत गए भाई जीत गए खत्म हो गया डन एंड डस्टेड. अब उनको जाने दो. उनको बोलो ठीक है नमस्ते टाटा. अब हमको आगे मूव करना है. सिंपल. जब तक कुछ होगा नहीं अगर वो नहीं करेंगे.
So absolutely, completely in agreement with you. England needs an overhaul. In fact, they should plan for the T20 World Cup as well, which is going to happen next year. And of course, for the next ODI World Cup, which is 4 years away from
But
now.
one more thing I would like to say, I think it's important, guys. I think I forgot to mention this. Now they have this obsession with baseball. They have done well in Test cricket because of baseball, but same approach is not working in one day. Same
True. Very true.
brainless tonking
Yeah.
the ball around is not working. So stop. Brendan McCullum is not your coach in one day cricket. Stop that approach. Just keep that approach for Test cricket. That is working in Test cricket. That is not working in ODI cricket. Stop that right now. If it's not working, stop. You know, it's at times we get too rigid. Our ego comes in between. Our ego stops us from admitting that our approach is not working. Drop your ego, admit it that our approach is not working. We are playing brainless, aggressive cricket. Just stop it right away.
So, completely in agreement with you. Let us hope England does a pretty good overhaul to prepare for the next T20 as well as the next ODI World Cup. Wish them all the best. Thank you very much. And then we are signing off for today. See you soon with another video.
See you soon and bye bye, England.